Hello, I'm Mrs. Mercer, Decatur Township District Reading Specialist, here to teach your Sonday Level 26 Day 1 lesson for today. As usual, we are going to read the following sounds out loud. Make sure that your student does this rapidly, and make sure that you ask for the long and the short vowels when you come to the vowel cards. Remember, if your student makes an error, you would just say, let's trace. And you would say, this is the letter G, which says G, as in garden. You would show the key word slide, and you would have them trace it 3 times. G, G, G. Okay, so go quickly through these. I have combined them. As always, if you need more time, pause the video. Short and the long sound, please. Short and the long sound. Short and the long sound. Short and the long sound. And remember the rule here. K is the first choice for the K sound. K, is the first choice for the K sound at the end of a word after a consonant, a long vowel, or a double vowel. You use CK only after a short vowel. Short and long sounds. Okay, so now I'm going to dictate some sounds, and you are going to put them in the spell sound section. So you're going to repeat after me, and then you're going to write them right there in that section. Or, you'll write them right there. Ank. Remember to repeat, then write. Ch. Ong. Ooh. X. Okay. Remember, if they make an error here, you will just kind of prompt them for the error correction. So let's say I see sh. I wanted ch. Can you tell me what letters make the ch sound? And hopefully they'll tell you. CH. If you don't have CH, cross it out and write CH. Ch. And then write it 2 more times for extra practice. Ch. Ch. Okay, obviously it would be specific towards whatever they made an error on, but that's just an example of how you would do the error correction. Excuse me. Now, I have a couple of questions I'd like to ask. I'd also like you to write these right here in this section if you have room on those lines. Can you tell me 2 ways to spell W? You can write those both on one line. Okay. And then can you write down 3 ways to spell A, the A sound? Pause the video to write those down. Now let's go back to the W, the W. So in what ways do we spell the W sound? You should have had W and WH. And then what are the 3 ways we can spell the A sound? You should have A, AY, and A-E. The dash stands for the consonant that's in the middle. We just learned about the magic E, and that is how you would spell that. Okay? Very good. All right, so next up, you're going to read a column of words on the next page. Make sure that you use your fingers underneath the words, and you sound out and then read as a whole word. If they make a mistake, have them trace while they are looking at the word and say each sound, with finally blending them all together at the end. Okay? So go ahead and pause the video and read each of these words. If you notice there's a set, there's long and short vowel sets. So take a moment and read those words. Okay, so now we're on to the section where we're going to use touch spelling. This is just a reminder of what you're going to use. If you're right-handed, your writing instrument will be in your right hand, and you'll start tapping with your pinky. If you're left-handed, your writing instrument will be in your left hand, and you'll start with your thumb, following the left to right sequence of how words are in our language. Okay, I'm going to dictate some words. You're going to write these right here in the spell word section. I'm going to dictate. You're going to repeat what I say. You're going to touch spell, and then you're going to touch spell and write. Okay? So, first word, you're going to repeat after me, then you're going to touch spell, then you're going to write. First word is mat. Repeat mat. Touch spell mat. Make sure you're touching your fingers on a surface, not in the air. And then spell. Next word, mate. You will probably need to pause after each word. Rank. Win. Coop, like a chicken coop. Charm. This is a sight word. It is the number 2. 2. Spin. Spine. And another sight word, once. Remember, this will not sound out. You will have to bring this back from memory. Okay, take a moment and check over your words. Okay, now we're going to check them. Is this what you have? If you made an error, cross it out and write it correctly. Write it 3 times correctly. After you've made all the necessary corrections, let's go ahead and read the list of words that we've just written. So go through and read this. Pause the video to read these words. Okay. Now we're to the spell words, phrases, and sentences section right here. I'm going to dictate a sentence to you. You will repeat it, you will tap it out, and then you will write it. Remember, when you tap out a sentence, you still use the same fingers that you do for touch spelling, and you just tap out 1 word per finger. Okay. So the first sentence, I did not get the note. Repeat the sentence, tap out the sentence, and then write the sentence. You will need to pause the video. Next sentence, can you tape it shut? Repeat the sentence, tap out the sentence, and then write the sentence, pausing the video to give yourself enough time. Once you're finished, make sure you check your caps. Check for capitalization, accuracy. Do you have the correct number of words? Punctuation, spelling. Look at these sentences carefully. Punctuation, make sure you're using the correct ending marks in these sentences. Okay, now that you've had a chance to check, let's check our work together. This is what you should have written. If you made an error, cross it out, do not erase, and write it correctly above or below wherever you have room on your paper. Make sure that you capitalize the first words in each sentence and that you have the correct ending marks. As you notice, this is a question, and so there should be a question mark at the end of that sentence. Once you've made your corrections, I want you to read aloud what you have just written on your notebook. So take a minute, pause the video, and read both of these sentences. Okay, now we're moving on to our new learning today, and we are going to learn some more sight words. Today we're going to learn a couple of new sight words. Now, sight words are different. As you know, they do not sound out. So we're going to trace this while saying the name of the letters 3 times. So first thing I want you to do, this is the sight word for today. It is there. Can you say there? Very good. Now I want you to trace it while you're looking at it and say the letters. So instead of the sounds, you're going to say T-H-E-R-E, there. T-H-E-R-E, there. T-H-E-R-E, there. 3 times. Then when you're done doing that, I want you to write it 3 times in this Introduce New Material section while you're saying it. T-H-E-R-E, there. T-H-E-R-E, there. T-H-E-R-E, there. Pause the video to give yourself enough time to write that new sight word. Okay, our next new sight word is where. Where. So repeat where. Can you say where? Okay, now you're going to trace 3 times while saying the names of the letters, just like we did before. W-H-E-R-E, where. W-H-E-R-E, where. W-H-E-R-E, where. You'll do that 3 times. And then just like you did previously, you will write where on the lines down here in the Introduce New Material section while saying the names of the letters. Pause the video to give yourself enough time to do that. Now we're going to practice reading sight words that we've previously learned. Okay, so read these out loud. Pause the video to give yourself enough time. Parents, if there is an issue and they mispronounce or they read a word incorrectly, have them trace it while saying the letters and saying the correct name of the word. Okay. All right. And for this section, I know you've already have this written, but let's see if you remember it. Can you spell there for me on the lines right here? One time. There. And then after you're finished with that, spell where for me on the lines below. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to do our read aloud. So I do want to go over, because I'm not sure if we have taught this vowel combination, but you will see this in the reading, so I just want to go over it in case you encounter it. So when you see EA, it'll say E, double E, you should know we say E, A-I, A. When you see O-A together, you say O. Okay, we've already worked on the silent E at the end of the word, so the rest of these words should be easy for you to sound out. So right here we have a few that you may not know. Goat and road. Okay, so I want you to pause on each page. It would be a good idea to go through and read all of these words. And any words that you need help with, ask at home. And then go ahead and start your reading. Pause the video because I'm going to quickly go through the slides. So pause and read. Pause and read this section as well. And we will read this several times for added fluency. Okay, and that should be the end of your story, as well as the end of our Level 26 lesson for today. Thank you and have a great day.